All right, hey everybody, welcome to another episode of Nerds Drink Whiskey. The universe heard that we were going to try and do a show that was important to us, and the universe is a jerk. So Jeremy is out sick, Ed is out sick, and Jeff is being chained down at work. I hear they're very heavy chains, and he has not been able to break them. Too bad he didn't have a wizard, because a wizard might be able to... Yeah.
I have a spell for that.
Yeah. By the way, our mic situation is very primitive, and if you don't have the mic right there, it doesn't pick up as great. But we got bad news for you. I know how much you hate Tullamore Dew, but we got Tullamore Dew coming. So, Gabe, why don't you hand the mic to the bartender and have him introduce us?
This is Tullamore Dew. It is a triple distilled, 80 proof Irish whiskey.
And we're definitely looking forward to this one, I can tell you that. Are you looking forward to it, Christian?
It's actually a pretty well-known fact that Tullamore Dew is my favorite everyday drinking whiskey. So anytime I can get a little sip of it, I'm happy. It's a good thing.
Now, one of the things that's always... Ooh, olive. By the way, we are at Louie G's Pizza in Fife, and the owner...
Nice room. It's a really nice room. I like it, man. The stage is fantastic. The sound system is probably great if it's turned on.
Yeah. Well, and we got coming out after us is the great Pamela Moore. So she's playing here after us. So they needed the sound system for her because I say this completely sincerely. She is more important than us. She's got a great show, some great music, and we'll probably link to her video in the show notes. But I know you're very well versed in Tullamore Dew.
I've had a bottle or two recently.
Yeah. So I think we're going to I'm going to try and do something that I usually kind of mock, and that is notes of whiskey. I think there's more superstition and old wives' tales connected to that than legitimacy. Mm-hmm. But I don't know. Do you think we should go to let Dark Helmet do his thing, and maybe we should try some whiskey?
I'm ready for it.
All right. So, Dark Helmet, do your thing.
Ludicrous speed! So one of the things I've always loved about this whiskey is that if you are not familiar with Irish whiskeys, this is really indicative of what they taste like or should taste like, in my opinion, on a very, very baseline level. It's smooth enough to be almost domestic as far as our tastes go. It has just like a little hint of that bourbon flavor that we look for as Americans, but it's got everything that is Irish about it. You know, the triple distilled, all of it is right there in the glass, and you can taste every bit of it, but it's not overpowering in any of those notes. So it's a really solid place to start if you're going to go with Irish whiskeys.
And it's very mild. He never told us the proof, so I'm going to guess the proof, 80.
Yeah.
Or did he say the proof?
He said the proof.
He did say the proof. Okay. It's very mild, very easy going down, smooth finish. It's definitely a beginner's whiskey, and a great way to celebrate St. Patrick's Day, which this is going to post on St. Patrick's Day, so that works.
Which makes this officially St. Practice Day.
Absolutely, yes, and we are celebrating St. Patrick's Day all month with Irish whiskeys. So make sure and tune in each week. Gabe, what's your? Do you sense any? Can you guess any notes that we're supposed to be able to sense here?
Well, you got to give me a half a second on this, but we'll find out. Honestly, some people would taste something like like an oak or like a leather or something like that. I mean, I can taste something a little more bitter off of it, but honestly, it's real hard to pick out the particular notes of it. But oh my God, I mean, I'm not a big fan of Irish whiskey, but Tullamore Dew I'm kind of with Christian on this one. I've sat there and drank this stuff numerous times. Every time I ever run into it, it's good stuff. You can't really go wrong with Tullamore Dew. Now, I've had Jameson, I've had Bushmills, I've had all this other stuff. It's all, just kind of second rate compared to Tullamore Dew to me. I mean, this stuff is, I agree with Christian, this is exactly how, Irish whiskey is supposed to taste. It's delicious. I love it.
Now, each time we close out an episode this month, we're going to let this man tell you a little bit about what he does. Yesterday, you had a very good day.
Yeah.
So why don't you, all the wonderful things that happened yesterday, what count them down?
What else is Christian Doyle doing?
All right. So step one, we wake up at 7 a.m. and drive to Seattle, and I do a talk show called Table Takes, presented by Gen Con, where we do gaming news and all the latest stuff that's coming out and maybe coming to the con this year. It's a weekly news show. We do it every week on Friday on Twitch. Then I drove 3 miles in about 2 hours to get to the convention center in downtown Seattle, where we attended Emerald City Comic Con, and I went to the booth where we have our where we sell all of our movies and tell people about our Patreon page and things like that. I had the distinct pleasure yesterday of being next to a booth that does comic books specifically about professional wrestling.
Nice.
Which I'm a big fan of, and my wife is a big fan of. And the wrestler who was there signing, signed pictures and things was none other than Christian Cage from Edge and Christian fame, WWE former tag team champion, former Impact 10 pounds of gold champion. This guy's been around the block several times, not as big as you would think in real life.
He's actually quite short.
Oh, he's a little taller than I am, actually.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he's a good-sized man, good looking too. But the poor guy had to be in a booth next to me for about 2 hours while people are coming up to me and going, Christian this, Christian that, because they know who I am. And he kept having to turn around, like my wife would be yelling after me, and it was great. It was really great. And he was a sweetheart. He signed a picture for us. It was very nice. So after the booth time was over, grabbed a quick lunch, headed up to the main convention room to see Mercedes Lackey and Larry Dixon give their little speech. They're good friends of ours. And as soon as that show was over, we went and did our show on the very same stage. It was our Gamers Live performance, which is a live improv version of kind of the Gamers. We sit at the table, we pretend to play a game. We all make characters right there on the stage with the help of the audience. We have them come up and play NPCs. So every time we ring the bell, we get up from the table and we get up on the stage and play our RPG characters. And we did a superhero show yesterday, and it was streamed live on Sci-Fi Wire, which was really cool. So we got a lot of views from that, and today's been a pretty good day as a result.
And Strowlers, a show that you're Strowlers is funded, so we will be having more episodes. There's 3 episodes already.
Yes.
Okay,
so far,
and
there's the one that's set in Seattle. There's an Irish one that was all filmed and set in Ireland, and one that was filmed in Mongolia. Yeah, and so there's subtitles in it, obviously, but it's really, really good, and it's connected to the whole Strowlers verse.
Okay. And people can go on the Fantasy Network, on Amazon, I believe, and is that on YouTube as well?
Yes, it is.
Okay.
You can find it just about anywhere you can see video, you can find us. But if you're looking to get it for free specifically, Amazon Prime is really the best way to go right now, because it'll just link to pretty much everything we've got available on film is now on Amazon Prime.
Cool. All right. Well, we will be back next week, and we're going to talk a little bit about when you go into shop for whiskey. What really should you be looking for without breaking the bank? So, see you next week on Nerds Drink Whiskey.